Hey folks, first responder here. We're going to do part 2 of the Bug Out Bag series. This particular video now we're going to concentrate on how we packed this bag as opposed to going over the details of what's actually in it. So we're going to organize it based on the pouches on the outside that I have here and the inside as well. This particular bag is actually my government GI issue ACU Digital Camo Air Force backpack. It's not an Allison. It's very similar, but it's a little bit larger than an Allison. It'll hold more actual cubic square inches in it, or cubic inches, but it'll probably fully stuffed put you right around 45 pounds. Don't know if I would recommend that for a bug out bag. Mine weighs in around 34. I'm shy some MREs that I want to put in here really, so probably it'll take it up to around 36 pounds, which would probably be my maximum. I didn't want to go over 35 pounds for my bug out bag, so definitely we don't want to go much higher than that. So let's go cover over some of the pouches on the outside and how this is laid out. On the side here I have my paracord bracelet with a 9mm compass on it. Great. You'll want to wear that in the field when you get out in the field if you need some emergency paracord and you got an emergency compass there. Got myself some mace. You want to make sure you get some that's strong enough for bears, but be careful. Pay attention to your local state laws as far as what kind of mace you can carry, what kind of you can carry on you, as well as what kind you can transport. On the other side I have a personal alarm. This is just a last resort kind of ditch effort. You're in a panic situation. This has 130 dB, extremely loud, shrieking loud. It'll be heard over a mile away, as well as it has a strobe on the top to attract attention. Great thing to have as a last resort. In one of my side pouches here, on my, guess this would be my left side, this is my stove. This is the jet boil system. Highly recommend this. I had a Navy SEAL friend recommend this particular cooking stove. It's fantastic. It's called Jet Boil. It'll actually give you an indication when your water is boiling. It's completely self-contained. There's a canister of fuel in here. The burner element. Your tripod is in here. Notice I wrap things in cotton, not so that they're not rattling against each other, in case you need to be a little bit out of sight in the field. You want to keep yourself from making a lot of noise. So that is my, I should keep that out. That's my actual stove and tripod on that side. On this side, I just didn't know where to put this. I have a spare ace bandage, spare batteries, double A's, my utensil set, my cutlery, and 2 spare canisters of fuel. Can never have enough fuel. With these 3 canisters of fuel in the field, that should suffice me for a couple of weeks, cooking every day. Onto the back side of the pouch, on my shoulder strap, I carry my small survival knife. This is just a basic tension blade. It is not a spring, what we call switchblade, so it is considered to be legal, but it is tension loaded, so it's easy access. So I keep my knife on there, and then of course in the back, behind my shoulders, on my back, is my water hydration system. I have a Camelback bladder, minimum 3 liters, no less. You need a minimum 3 liters of water per day to survive, so you want to make sure you have a 3-liter Camelback or a hydration system, no less. Won't do you much good with 1.5 and 2 liters. Okay, in the main pouches, very front side entry pouch, I have a shake light. You want to have that. I have my maps. Make sure you have laminated maps. Paper maps won't do you any good in the field when you're sweating on them. And if it rains, they'll turn to mush instantly. So make sure you carry laminated maps. I have a stopwatch timer and several lap timers in case you need that in the field. And I have in the far edge corner of this pouch is my Lanzatic military compass. You want to make sure you have a good compass. Make sure you learn to use the compass. Won't do you much good if you don't know how to use it. And I mean that by taking a good orientation course would be recommended. Some boot laces in case you need to relace your boots. So that's my side entry pouch. My direct top entry back rearmost pouch is going to have, I have some spare items here I didn't put anywhere, couldn't fit anywhere else. 50 more feet of paracord. Garbage bags, 3 full-size garbage bags. They make for a great emergency shelter if you need it. And then this pouch is predominantly my food. Quick access, I have my beef jerky. Make sure you buy, I would buy the Ziploc vacuum bags. They're great. You can suck out all the air, and they're just as cheap as regular Ziploc bags almost, and you just have to buy the little pump. So they're great for your food. A couple of packs of dehydrated food. Have some curry dinners in here from Backpacker's Pantry and Mountain Food. So you want a couple of those. Breakfast, a couple of breakfasts. I have some oatmeal in the morning for a couple of days. Have some fantastic Hall's vitamin C lozenges, really high potency vitamin C, and then some regular Hall throat lozenges in case you get sick in the field. Hopefully not, but you never know. Got to have some trail mix. Probably could even use more, but this is all I had at the time, so that's what I loaded up. And then you got to have in the field, have some good gum. Juicy fruit's great because it gives you that real burst of flavor in your mouth when you need it and your mouth is dry and you're hiking a lot. Got to have your portable handsaw. Zip ties. These are fantastic. A lot of different uses for these. I realize this is more of an urban survival type of survival bag. So zip ties are great. You never know when you're going to need to use them. It could even be used in an emergency situation to tie up a prisoner. A couple of packages of cocoa. I'm a non-coffee drinker, so some great coffee substitute there, or instant coffee if you like to drink coffee. Some Vitalite. Got to have some electrolyte replacements. As you're sweating in the field, you're going to lose a lot of electrolytes. I've got a minimum of 6 of these, but they're located in different parts of my bag. But definitely you want to have the electrolyte replacements. And then at the bottom of the bag I just have some of my wire accessories from my communication equipment, which I'm going to cover in a minute. That just happened to be a good place to put it. In the main part of the pouch, this is where most of the equipment is. Gold Bond powder, excellent for all sorts of ailments. Communications. You're going to have obviously not both radios in your bob, hopefully one, and your other partner is going to have the other radio. So you're going to have a set of radios. These Midlands I got, 36 mile total distance. Sorry, but they don't work as advertised. They probably really honestly give me about 4 to 6 mile range. So you want to get as high range as possible because they're generally overstated on the range. As well, you want to have the kind that have the earplugs and microphone type of arrangement, because if you need to go covert in the field, you're not obviously going to be doing a very good job with a loud loudspeaker on your walkie-talkie. So you want to have the microphone earphone arrangement that can plug into the radio set. So that's just critical as far as your radio equipment. Toilet paper. This is my Cato Voyager emergency radio. I cover this in the first video in better detail, but it's fantastic, absolutely essential. It's wind up, multiple sources of power input and power output. It can charge your phone via wind or solar power through a solar panel. So it's just a fantastic radio, absolutely critical to have in your bug out bag. I have everything compartmentalized into separate little pouches, which are fantastic when you are when you're set up base camp and you might be hiking outside your base camp. You can put this on your Mylar or your web belt system. So you want to have these kind of compartmentalized kits. This is my shelter kit. It has my poncho, what can act as a shelter, and rain gear, of course, flashlight, Leatherman stakes for driving into the ground or to the tree if necessary, paracord. I can make my entire camp with that pouch when I set up base camp, my shelter. Have my toiletry kit, obviously critical. Got your toothpaste and shaving system in there. First aid pouch is in here as well. I went over this in a little bit more detail in the other video, but make sure it's labeled so people know what it is in case they find you, as well as put your blood type on there. Really nice idea. Put your blood type on your first aid kit in case you're found unconscious. They'll know how to treat you. This is my survival bag. We'll go over this in video 3, 4, or 5 when I start compartmentalizing these videos. But just essential, and everything is in here so that if I get separated from base camp, my Bob bag is somewhere else. I've got this on my person, and I can pretty much survive with this bag. And water, of course. Have a towel and washcloth for sanitary needs. And then pretty much the rest of this is clothing. Got my tactical gloves. Need a good pair of work gloves. And then in here is socks, underwear. I'm not going to take it all out, but in here in here I have a field vest with pockets and pouches on it, tactical shorts, t-shirts, long sleeve shirt. I got a long sleeve tactical shirt as well. And so you want to have at least a couple of days of clothing in your bug out bag as well. And so that's secured in the back here, underneath my straps, and everything else fit in here. So that's the arrangement of the bug out bag. Oh, I forgot to cover this pouch down here. There's so many pouches on these bags. This pouch at the bottom here is pretty much my fire and my first aid. So I have my medications in here. I covered this in a little bit better detail in the first video, but it has some critical medications you might feel you need. So obviously that's going to pertain to your individual needs. I have a headlight. Fantastic. It has different lighting arrangements on it. Red, blue, clear, different intensities. And of course, it needs to tilt to wear and work in the dark. Have some sunglass holders. Hold my sunglasses to my head. And I've got fire in here. All my contents to make fire. I've got my fire pouch, which has my magnesium fire starter, matches, lighter, lint. So I pretty much can make a fire with this pouch. With my shelter and my fire, I can arrive at base camp and set up camp without unpacking hardly anything. Vaseline and cotton balls, excellent for starting fires as well. Shoe goo, no, not for starting fires, but great to have in your bug out bag. Yeah, that's my fridge. And a couple of dust masks that are at least bacterial rated. You don't want just a simple dust mask for like woodworking. You want to have at least bacterial rated masks. More zip ties and antibacterial wipes. So that's located in my outermost pouch. More fire, some fire starter wood with flint on the end of it. And then some of my niceties. I have what's called a spice missile. This is a fantastic little invention. Has different spices in there that you might like to carry in the field. Salt and pepper, nutmeg, cinnamon, garlic salt, oregano, curry, paprika. Great little thing. And then I have some additional salt and pepper for the field. And last but not least, your entertainment when you're out in the field, deck of cards with your partner in case you get bored. That's the bug out bag laid out for you as far as how I packed it. Okay, next couple of videos we will focus on the compartmentalization of these smaller pouches that are critical to the bug out bag, the survival kit, the shelter bag, the first aid kit, and the fire bag. Thanks for watching.